This has to do going back to the beginning when we are receiving and listening empathetically, and how important it is to be aware of our worldview, aware of our state on the polyvagal ladder, of how we are receiving information, because it will directly affect the way that we are responding. So when we receive negative messages, we can take the perspective of blaming ourselves. We can take the perspective of blaming other people. We can sense our own feelings and needs in how we are receiving that information. And we can sense others' feelings and needs. And I would say that there's an implied value judgment that Marshall Rosenberg has, that blaming ourselves and blaming others doesn't get us anywhere. Only focusing on our feelings and needs, our own feelings and needs, gets us halfway there. And then simultaneously being able to assess the other person's feelings and needs and our own feelings and needs is where this becomes nonviolent communication in flow. And through the process of polyvagal work and body Deva work, we become so much more articulate, emotionally intelligent in our own feelings and needs, that eventually we become able to do this in real time, in flow, much more quickly. This process, when we're starting, needs to be very slow. Our language needs to be slow. We need to provide more time for conversation when we're going to try nonviolent communication, because there is a lot of mental, emotional gymnastics happening of reading our own autonomic nervous system, doing our own self-inquiry, and then taking a look at our co-regulative network, that other person, reading their autonomic nervous system and trying to ask them inquiring questions without judgment in order to best understand their feelings and their needs, without making assumptions. So it is, again, a very difficult process. It requires patience and compassion and practice.